Welcome back to this Chocolatey for Business feature series. In our last video, we were introduced to the package builder feature, and we demonstrated how it could help us generate a Chocolatey package from an installer in as little as 5 seconds. Now we're going to take a closer look at the package that package builder has generated for us, how we'd go about uploading it into our internal repository, as well as some other ways in which we can use the power of package builder. And just to help frame this for you, that NUPKG file you see here, that new package file, this is a Chocolatey package essentially. It's built on top of the NuGet packaging framework, hence that file extension. Now let's go ahead and explore the heavy lifting that package builder as a feature of Chocolatey for Business has actually done for us. Now the great thing about any new package file or Chocolatey package is that it's just a fancy zip file. So you can use a program like 7-zip to extract it into its own folder here. There's no closed source code here. Everything is very viewable. So if we go ahead and open up this new spec now with Notepad++, we can see excellent. Now we can see this metadata is filled out for us. So Chocolatey for Business Package Builder has gone ahead and populated the ID, version, title, author information. So that metadata is there, which is great. If we go into the tools folder here, we can see we have the binary itself, and we can open up the Chocolatey install.ps1 to see what package builder wrote for us here. So this is great. Package builder has actually identified that this is an InnoSetup type of installer, and based on that information, it's automatically passed along all the silent arguments that it needs to ensure that this is a fully non-interactive and silent installation. So it's not going to bother any of our users when it's running. It's gone ahead and calculated checksums as well as a couple other parameters, and now it's passing that into this PowerShell function as these package arguments from this hash table. So all of this code has been written for us, so none of this PowerShell code we have to write ourselves. But it's an important note to remember that since this is a PowerShell script, if you can write it in PowerShell, you can include it in a Chocolatey package. So the great thing about that is you can add additional lines here. We have some of our users adding additional config files, answer files, as well as license information specific to their organization into this Chocolatey package PowerShell script. And then when they're finished customizing it, they can go ahead and come over here and right-click their new spec and go ahead and compile the Chocolatey package again. And this is going to give you that customized version of that new package file that you can go ahead and upload into your repository and then have all the licensing and configure information included in your package. Now, if we were to run package builder against an MSI, we would get some additional information here as well in terms of MSI properties. So if I go ahead and run the command again for package builder non-interactively to generate that Chocolatey package for us, and once this gets finished, I'm going to have the 1A VMware tools folder here. So if I go in here to the tools folder and I look at the Chocolatey install.ps1, I'm actually going to see a bunch of MSI properties dumped out here. So this is just going to be dumped out in a comment in the PowerShell script, and I can experiment and add these additional MSI properties as I see fit. Now I'm going to hop back into the 1Password directory here. So now that we have our package created, why don't we go ahead and take a look at how simple it is to upload it up into our source repository using package uploader. So if we take the new package file here and we right click it, we get this nice context menu to upload push the Chocolatey package. If I select this, the package uploader UI comes up for me here, which is great. Now I've already gone ahead and pre-populated my source repository URL as well as my API key. Now the steps to accomplish that are of course detailed in the Quick Start implementation guide as well as our documentation online. But any of our Chocolatey for Business customers can also reach out to support if they need help. Now before I go ahead and click upload here, I'm going to of course show you I have nothing up my sleeve. So we have our source repository here. This is in Sonatype Nexus, and we can see I've set up a NuGet v2 type of repository called Choco Hosted. And when I click on it, I can see I have no package artifacts here. So I'm going to go back here to my package uploader UI and I'm going to click upload. And once this gets up and running, it should only take it about 5 seconds to push up that package. And there you go. Awesome. Now when we go back in, we take a look at this Choco hosted repository, we can see now we have the 1Password package there. Excellent. So it's also in this nice versioning hierarchy. And if a newer version were uploaded, then that version directory would be created. And Chocolatey always installs by default the newest version available to it in the source repository that's configured. Now I quickly want to highlight 2 additional usage scenarios with Package Builder. So if you had a directory full of installers or a UNC share, something like an SCCM distribution point, if you will, then you could very easily take all those installers and use a PowerShell script to quickly wrap and pack all of those into Chocolatey packages. Now, another mechanism for creating sets of packages in a relatively automatic fashion with Package Builder is by utilizing what's already available to you in Programs and Features. So I have Programs and Features open here. I have a set of software here that's been installed outside of Chocolatey. And if I go ahead and open up Package Builder UI here, and I can very much do this from the command line version as well. But if I just click Generate here, what's going to happen once it kicks off is Chocolatey Package Builder is going to go ahead and start generating those Chocolatey packages for me outside of what's contained here in Programs and Features. And I can see these packages being generated. Now, one important point of note with this package building method is that, as some of us may already be aware, MSI installers actually contain a cached version of that MSI locally on the system. EXE type of installers do not necessarily. So you may have some additional legwork to do. But the great part about that is Chocolatey does drop in a great to-do in here to point you in the right direction of where you need to go. So I hope this has been an informative overview of the Chocolatey for Business Package Builder feature and how you could use it in your software packaging workflows.